Hey there, M.A.V show listeners. Sorry about the late uploads and such going on. COVID has been a real big problem for us as of lately, and we're doing our best to pump out these episodes. We're trying to do our best with the Discord, and that's why we're going through a little bit of technical difficulties, but we promise we're doing our best to get these episodes out to you as quick as possible and as best as we can. But enjoy this episode that was actually meant for a few months back, but we're barely getting it out right now. So thanks for being loyal fans to us, and we hope you enjoy.
Or listening to the M.A.V show, episode number 23, Anime Piracy. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the M.A.V show.
What up?
So clap it up. We all here, baby. We all back.
What up, guys? I'm your host, King Vontae, KV for short.
I'm your co-host, Little Brother.
I'm Rocky.
Man, everybody, what's
Rocktastic.
up, guys? Real quick, just for the audience, guys, I know it's been a while. We've gone through some technical difficulties trying to find out where we could do the podcast, trying to find different platforms to record on. So I definitely apologize for the slight absence and the
Inconvenience.
inconsistency, but we're back, and we're hopefully this will work. I can't wait for second season for you guys to see us. Because if you could see two of us in a closet, no R. Kelly relation.
Stuck in the class.
And we have Rocky in his red room right now.
I could change it to any color.
Oh no, I kind of like it red. I mean, but how many different?
I thought you were more of a green fan.
Yeah,
Green
but
fan.
let's try it. Okay, Google. Turn master bedroom lights green.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really want that in my room now. Like, I gotta go to your house and see how you got that set up, man.
Oh, it's just
They
I
told me how
I
they-
have the
yeah, they-
I have a
they told
Google
me how
app.
I set it up.
You know, little Google Google. I don't know what it's called. What are they called?
Little Google guys.
You know, they're the little Google guys. But you know, oh yes, the Google Home Mini. So I have the. Oh, by the way, that's our new tech guy. His name is Felix. He's been helping us a lot because he is very smart when it comes to recordings. And as you can see from the past couple weeks, how he said we have problems. Day 2 with him, and he's like, "Oh, I could solve this easily." And here we are. So kudos to him.
Shout out to Felix. Felix, go ahead and say
Yeah.
something, man.
Come
for
say
the
what's up.
audience.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Nice
see?
to meet you all.
Hey.
He likes to go by the persona of
gotta come up
Xyerci.
with
So
a
if you hear
nickname for-
Xyerci, oh, he goes like Xyerci. That's what
Okay.
he likes.
I was gonna say we got to come up with a persona for him. We got KV, Little Brother, Rocky. But I guess Xyerci shall be his name.
Xyerci.
Not to be confused with the fat guy from Meet the Spartans.
No, not him, but
Anybody even remember that?
it's
Oh,
close
I
from his
do.
name.
I love that movie. I love those parody movies so much.
Oh my gosh, they were so bad.
They
They
were,
were
but
funny, but they were like a little cringe worthy.
that's what makes them so fun.
Oh god. A little
Oh,
bit.
well, we're getting off topic
All
again.
right.
As we
But,
always do.
Always.
Starting
So,
off well.
what's been new with you guys?
I always go first, so I'll go last this
Oh,
time.
okay. For me, just moving along with most of my things in life, getting what do you call it? Jeez, the voice acting work done. Putting it out applications here and there for multiple jobs. If you know anything about voice acting, you realize that it's not a one and done or take a class and you're in type of situation. It's a lot of grind and a lot of work just to even get a role. But that's the thing that I signed up for. That's the work that I'm trying to put in. So I'm here right now, and I'm still moving along.
That's good.
Keep
It's
it at it.
definitely a grind. It's definitely a grind. Separates the boy from the mint.
It's not like you said mints. The boys from the mints.
My bad. I've been good. I have not been keeping up with my workout goals. I have been driving past the gym, smiling and waving at it as I go by.
Ooh.
Hey. Judge me all you want. I don't care. I feel no type of way about it. But I will get back to it. I do little stuff at home, pull ups, push ups, cardio with my girlfriend. So that's what I like. Um, yeah. So really nothing new, guys. Just kind of same old. Rocky.
Uh, I had my second, well, I guess third interview. I had my third interview for Zealous, the company I was supposed to work for, and
Right, the Chronicles of Rocky.
so finally, after my third interview, I talked to their logistics HR, and the guy was pretty cool. He talked to me about what he's looking for, and he said I meet all the qualifications, and that I come highly recommended from my former boss who's working there currently. And other than that, he said that they are still looking for a spot to throw me in right now. He goes, but it might take a couple days, so they said they'll let me know probably by next week whether or not they can throw me somewhere. And if I don't start not next week, but if I don't start the week after, then I'll have to wait till probably December.
Dang.
All right then.
A lot of free time.
Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
it'll all be taken away as soon as I go back to work. 5 days a week, 10-hour days, waking up at 3 in the morning, coming home later now at 5 in the afternoon, and then I got 4 hours to do whatever I want, which usually is just me playing the game for about 3 with Felix or Xyerci. And the last hour is like I'm gonna get off and I lay in bed, watch YouTube, and go to sleep. I have to be in bed by 9 o'clock,
Sounds like
or I will die.
It sounds like a good time to me.
Because if I don't get at least like 4 hours, and I usually only get like 4 hours of sleep, like man, the next day is just trash.
I need minimum of 6 because when I'm on a computer all day, staring at a computer just like this, just eventually just doze off. It just gets bad, especially when you're staring at the same thing all day. Like at least the game's moving. I stare at a model all day, and it's like, I've flown through this spot so many times. I could fly to it without even knowing where it's at.
Really?
Yeah. So, other than that, I mean, that's it. Just been hanging out. Uh, Xyerci came to my house. Me and him changed his light system out because I had a fan. It was useless, so just threw it out. Also, I don't know if you guys can see, my snake is back there. She was moving around. That's what I was pointing at earlier. She was moving around. I think she's sitting on top of her log. She's sitting on top
You
of
mean
her
the
log right
demon?
now.
You
She's
feed
demon?
her.
Mice. Well, frozen
Exactly.
mice.
Frozen.
Exactly.
Yeah, because when she was born in captivity and she was born frozen to begin with. So I can't actually feed her live mice now because if I do, she doesn't know how to actively catch her prey, and they could potentially eat her.
Seriously?
Yes, that's what the lady at PetSmart told me. So I was like, okay, frozen it is.
Wow. I think I would. Frozen mice, huh? Never
She's,
would have thought.
I just moved her to the next food group up. Usually I was feeding her a bunch of fuzzies. I'm now giving her small mice, but I'm giving her one. Probably why she's so active now because she wants more. I'm like, every 2 weeks you get to eat.
Every 2 weeks? God, that's supposed to be at least like twice a week or something.
That's how you get fat snakes. I've seen those snakes. They're pretty
Oh,
cute, but
no.
I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to be like my mom. My mom was like, "I like my animals fat. You should see her poor animals. They're all obese." You know that video they showed like the cat that's like 30 pounds. My mom has one that's like 22. His name went from
Yeesh.
Garfield to Fat Kitty. Literally, he answers a Fat Kitty now.
Fat kitty.
Yeah, his name
Oh
is Fat
my
Kitty.
gosh,
The little
that's
dog.
so many jokes. So many jokes.
Yeah.
Inappropriate ones too.
But
No.
I'm all good.
All right. So before we get into today's episode, please guys, like, subscribe to our channel, comment in the section if you can.
Mainly go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. I'm actually working on a new platform. Hopefully, and it seems kind of recent. Amazon Music or Amazon Music or Audible. I'm trying to get us on there. It's like recently new. Not even some of the more famous or more well-known podcasters are on there. So hopefully we're like some of the first anime podcasts to be on there. So look for us on Amazon Audible or Amazon Music. But go to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating on there. That's kind of like one of the bigger ones right now, or iTunes. And yeah, Let us know what you think about our episodes. Let us know what you think about this episode, which is KV.
Anime piracy.
The Pirates of the. I got a joke for y'all to start this off because Piracy is just the
Oh
name.
gosh. Oh gosh.
How much do pirate earrings cost?
How much?
How much?
A buccaneer.
I see that.
Okay.
That
I
was so lame.
What? I'm awful because I'm watching a lot of VTubers lately, and the only thing I can think of when I think of pirates is Marina. Marina. I don't know. I don't know how to say her name. Uh, she's a Japanese VTuber. She's so funny. I just like listening to her. And one of my favorite things about her, she's always like "ahoy," and that video clip where she's like, she's talking about the other VTubers. They're like, she goes, she's like, yeah. Where she's like, she's like,
Oh my god.
it's hilarious. Oh, I forgot this is PG-13, so you can't say that. Okay, well we can clip that out.
I'll bleep it.
I mean, I was
I'll
listening
fix it
to
later.
It was
That's
freaking
gonna be a
hilarious.
lot of freaking blips.
This is a PG-13 cast, guys. We got.
Well, we can just go back and do that again. That don't matter. Well, it's funny because they don't speak any English, so as far as I'm concerned, they don't know what the heck they said.
But
Stay focused,
go
Devontae,
ahead,
stay
dive.
focused. All right, guys. Yeah. So
Dive
today's
into-
podcast is about anime piracy. So with the death of Kiss Anime in the past couple months,
Rest in peace, Kiss
rest in
Anime.
peace, Kiss Anime. It was because of Kiss Anime, that even I myself personally like doubled down into anime in my high school days. Just being flooded with it. Never really got into the manga side till later on in life, but thank God for Kiss Anime, and it was very. It wasn't very. It was a little bit painful to see it being like finally taken down. But and so one of the questions I was gonna kind of start off with you guys is what do you guys think about it of seeing Kiss Anime go away?
I never used it.
For me, it's actually kind of a bigger part because Kiss Anime was so. It was like one of the actual major platforms where I watched my anime, and I understand the whole aspect of you want your animators and stuff to get paid. We'll actually dive into that a little bit later, but for Kiss Anime, it allowed you to you know see the animes that weren't exactly being put up on Crunchyroll, Netflix. Like if it was on Crunchyroll, it might not be on Netflix. If it's not on Netflix or Crunchyroll, it might be on Hulu. Kiss Anime just pretty much blended all those together. No matter what anime platform it came out on or whatever, it was always on Kiss Anime. And Kiss
Like a
Anime allowed
one-stop
me
shop
to
for everything.
exactly, and I was able to watch whatever I could. And I had a list. I had a long list of anime that I not only ones that I was currently watching, not ones that I was trying to get to, but some that I wanted to revisit. Shokugeki no Soma was like one of the big ones that I could just watch over and over and over.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. The Japanese name doesn't always help out. Like, please, I need the English translation sometimes, please.
it was just like like KV said, it was the one stop shop for anime, and I could constantly go back there and reference it, and just constantly get my fill of anime. But with the death of it, I have to go to the platforms, the Kiss Anime, the or not the Kiss Anime, the Crunchy Rolls, the Hulu's,
Netflix.
the Netflix, and all that such.
Rocky, where do
So
you?
for me, it was a big part. Sorry, go ahead.
So, Rocky, where did you watch most of, or where do you watch right now most of your anime and stuff?
Crunchyroll. I don't
Oh,
I don't really
Yes.
watch anime anymore. Remember, I stopped watching anime. I kind of just read manga now.
Mm.
And
It's the big shot over here.
that's well, I only used it because I didn't really watch anything like all the time. But Crunchyroll always had the ones I wanted to watch, so it was enough. The one I was sad about that got pirated or that dropped its piracy stuff was I don't have it on my phone no more. It was the one manga app, manga reader. I don't remember what it was. It was a phone app I was able to download. And I was able to read a bunch of manga from it, and they finally shut down. They're no longer they shut themselves down because they were tired of I guess stealing. Is what they said.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know what you're
Manga
talking
Rock. That's what it
about.
was. Manga Rock shut down,
Manga
and
Rock, yeah.
I had over 200 mangas saved on it that I was reading, keeping up to date with all of them, and it's gone now. And I understand it sucks because there's no other app that I found that I could download that has all the mangas that I want. They all just have like, oh, we have the manga you want. I'm like, cool. And they have chapters 1, 7, 9, 12, 13. I'm like, what's going on here? Or it's like you read chapter and it's heavily censored and it's just annoying. So I just gave up and I'm now using just Internet Explorer, or not Explorer, but whatever the internet app is. And I just have 50 tabs open of manga that I'm reading, all on Mangaka a lot. And that's what I use now. I lost 200 manga, but I got 50 of it back, I guess.
Gosh, that's so you only got like 1/4 of them, like 25% back.
But I made sure to take the ones that I was like that were far ahead, and I was actively keep up with.
So this right here kind of brings up a good point of how useful Kiss Anime was. So even though we was getting pirated stuff, even though we was watching things, it's almost like basically watching the stuff for free. Let me see. How can I say this? We was watching it for free, but like we was getting so much of it, and we were not able to really get what we want from like the paid stuff. So is there any is there any app or anything out there where we could like even pay for it to read all this manga out there?
Not that I've seen. You have to buy the books in general, like the manga paperback books, which are always expensive.
That
The
I was
way
gonna
I've
say
seen,
that'd be harder.
yeah, the only thing I've ever seen about you being able to support that said series is buying anime merchandise, I guess, so to speak. Like I love Toradora. I bought a figurine of Taiga. We got, what was the other one? We got
Taiga.
Hanekawa from the Monogatari series, and we got Sailor Moon.
Taiga. As in the rapper Taiga?
The rapper Tiger.
No, not Tyga.
But
That's a
now
sight.
that you say it like that and that you bring that to light, I'm pretty sure they might do it, but they should have, the Crunchyroll of manga. Whatever,
I
however, they should add all
I
these like mangas into one thing and then, distribute it that way. Go ahead,
I'm
Rocky.
pretty sure they do. Let me pull up my Crunchyroll up. I'm pretty sure they have a manga tab because I pay for Crunchyroll, and I'm 90% sure they have a manga
And
tab.
if Crunchyroll does do like a side thing like that, they should have one just solely dedicated to manga. That way they can, put all their efforts
I
and
mean, so
everything
truthfully,
into
that
it
would
that
kind of really
way.
solve the problem of Kiss Anime, because we do want our favorite shows. I mean, the creator of our favorite shows to get paid. Otherwise, they're kind of trying to do this as a hobby, and some of the shows might not get finished. And
Hmm.
truthfully, it nothing hurts more than really getting into a series, whether it be manga or anime, and stopping. Like it hurts. Like it hurts
Hmm.
your soul.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Death Parade,
like
did Death Parade do that?
Oh,
I think the
I
anime had
love
one
Death
season.
Parade.
I actually like Death Parade,
The anime, yeah, and I love it. I loved it. I think I
but
put it in one of my recommendations on one of the episodes,
and
but
that's what I mean. Like
it
it had one
was.
season and it was gone, and it's like why? It was such a great anime. It was just like that gone. Same with High School of the Dead,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, High
one
School.
season.
I heard.
No,
I
there's
actually heard about High School of the Dead.
I don't know about that.
They were working on something different, and High School of the Dead was just kind of like the
The side
short end of
project.
the stick, and it just I don't even want to call it necessarily a side project. It was something that they were doing, and when they were trying to move forward with more projects, that one just didn't make the cut.
It
Wow, but
should
it.
have go back then. Just no, stop
Hmm.
it.
Mm,
And I guess that's understandable. Like, that might happen with a lot of great projects that start off at first. Um, and I guess it's kind of like, and I'm just gonna kind of sidetrack to this because it just popped in my head. What could have been a side project that people would have put off is Garage Kids. Do you guys know what Garage Kids is?
no.
No, Rock.
No idea.
Garage Kids, you may not know it, but you might know it as its better like a well-known name, Code Lyoko.
Oh,
I watched Code Lyoko on Cartoon Network, I think, all the way through.
back in the
Mhm.
day.
Yeah, I
But
finished it.
that was another side project that could have ended up getting dropped, but they decided to pick it up again, and it turned into something that people pretty much liked.
People loved. Okay, that right there was like really, really dope. I did remember it like being gone for a while, then really kind of getting brought back to, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. I
I remember
wasn't so
when
sure if
Bleach
it
was
got
being.
its. Go ahead, Rock.
I was like, I remember when Bleach got dropped. I was really disappointed because I liked Bleach a lot. I liked the action in it. I like just. I know the story was a little out of whack and never really went in a straight line, but it definitely was something I wish didn't get dropped. I've been hearing things about it coming back, but that's just all speculation as far as I'm concerned.
Talking about
All
Bleach,
right.
right? The big three,
Yeah,
Bleach, back from
Bleach,
so,
Ichigo, Orihime,
so
Rankiku.
Bleach technically finished his storyline and should have stopped. So and this is, oh my
Yeah,
god.
several times. Once they beat Aizen, you're like, oh, okay, cool, it's gonna stop. And then all of a sudden he's a Quincy, and you're like, okay, I guess I get on with this. And then all of a sudden it just keeps going. You're like, what's next? He's God too? Like he's half God? What's going on here?
We're gonna call this the Goku problem. Like,
Yeah,
yo, so many times somebody can die, get brought back. Bro, like you can't pass. You can't keep passing level 100. You increase the level cap to 110, then 120, then 130. I'm like, yo, eventually,
Exactly.
dude's adventure, his adventure has to end. The best part about any story is the ending. Period. But not to go too far off. This question is: what a lot of people paid for the service, so and it's almost like an obvious yes with Crunchyroll, people having Hulu, Netflix, people actually paying for Funimation, animation, and all those other different types of things. So why haven't a lot of people more so not probably have gravitated towards Crunchyroll more or paid per things and kind of kept to it?
You want the blunt answer to that?
yeah. I was like, there's a very blunt answer to that.
People are broke and don't got the money for it.
Yes, sir. That's all I hear in arguments I read. It's always like, why don't you guys just pay for it? And they're like, well, I can't. Like, I'm 15 years old. What am I gonna do?
Mm,
Ask my mom to pay for my online subscription to watch anime? I can tell you right now, in high
exactly.
school, I couldn't tell my parents I watched anime. It's, you know who my dad is? My dad's one of those hardcore Mexican dudes who are like, if you're not cleaning outside, you're cleaning inside. And if you're not cleaning inside, you're doing homework or something. And now I can get away with it because I'm 26 years old, and my dad's like, yeah, do whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, I help because the situation living with my dad right now to help him take care of the house because he doesn't make enough to carry the house, and so I'm here taking care of my little brother and sister. And you know what? It's cool with me. He no longer cares now. He
Mm.
does. I could see he doesn't like it though. When I talk about it, he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, stop talking about it.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
It
But
So
is
I
what
mean,
it is.
even now paying for Crunchyroll, it like how much do you pay for it a month?
$15. I think it's
$15.
$15 a month.
is
Yeah,
it $15? Is that like it with any premiums or anything like that put into there?
I think it's just with no ads. I think it's
Okay.
yeah.
Do
I
you
mean,
think that's too much?
I don't really know. I mean, if you actively watch anime, I would say no, probably not. But me, I don't watch it too very often on my phone. I literally watch just like I said, the very few. I watched Monster Girl Doctor this season, along with me and Xyerci. We finished Snafu and Misfit of the Demon High School. Those literally are the three I watched. Those are the three I watched for the season, and I think it was worth it. I it was worth my $15.
Okay, so we're kind of seeing like how that. Well, we already kind of know anime is kind of geared towards high schoolers, right? That's what it's already kind of based around: overpowered high school kids, or somebody getting transferred to a isekai world or a fantasy world. So we can kind of see why kids anime definitely exploded because even myself back in high school, I didn't have a way to. Well, there wasn't no way to really watch a whole bunch of anime any other way back then. And then two parents are I wasn't gonna pay for it. Parents will pay for Netflix and stuff, but parents is not gonna pay for a kid to watch purely anime. Until you're an adult, you can pay for yourself, and then that's a whole different story, right?
Funny enough, in high school,
Right.
I didn't watch anime like almost at all. My buddy Cameron, when I went to high school with him, I'd go to his house and his mom paid for Netflix, and I'd watch just whatever anime they had on Netflix. So I ended up watching Rosario Vampires and Cat Planet Cuties, and there was one more. There was another one, but I don't remember it. Other than that, I was a major gamer. If I didn't play a game a day, I'd be shaky. I'd be like, I gotta do something.
Yeah, withdrawals and all that.
Yeah,
And I kind of want to piggyback off of what Rocky said right there. Is like, he had to venture to his friend's house just to watch any anime. For me, I was telling Rocky and Xerxes about this one time. Uh, it's like for me when I didn't have just anime, or when I didn't have Crunchy or Kiss Anime and all that, I had to I had basic cable, or like whatever cable that we had, direct TV or something like that. And just me flipping through channels after channels trying to find something that was on, I ended up stumbling upon this like generic, just weird anime channel. And it wasn't just solely dedicated to anime, it was just like we'd play animes here and there. I would watch D Gray Man on there. I'd watch Black Butler, and there was like two or three more other ones. And then if you know anything about DirecTV or Cox Cable, they had a section called On Demand, and on there they would have like your free quote unquote animes that you could watch on there. And then one of them was like Magical Warfare, but just a weird system I had to go through to just watch any type of anime. That's another. It's weird. That's why we had things like Kiss Anime. That's why we sought out things like that.
Like I said, that's probably another reason why it was as big as it was, just because once again, like everything anime, even the manga side, was on one website. You could get everything that you wanted there, and the best part was it was free. You know,
Mm.
kind of moving
yeah.
forward. So the thing I'm kind of seeing moving forward is, and I'm kind of understanding this, seeing the problem with One Piece. Um, the creator of One Piece, his name is Oda, right? Just to be
Mhm.
sure. Yeah. So mostly, I'm seeing like him taking a lot more breaks in between chapters now. He's probably about to hit close to 1,000 pretty soon, or he's probably already half one or the other. I think like I'm on chapter 990. Um, his health is kind of going back and forth, and with this, I'm seeing that, and I'm like, what's like, is it old age or something? And I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Trust me. And I kind of started looking at the life of an everyday mangaka, people who create manga, because before anything becomes an anime, it kind of goes through different stages. Usually starts off in a light novel type of way. It's basically a short story. Then it gets transferred into like the picture version of the story, the manga version. From the manga version, it goes into the anime, which you get to watch it on TV, and then it branches off to merchandise of either video games. You get the merchandise of the hats, toys, or whatever. But when you're in the manga stage, like when you're a one person kind of creating it, and you're kind of starting off, kind of notice their schedules are pretty crazy. Basically, like these guys work almost 20 hours per day, just kind of drawing, and kind of have to do so much to put their stuff out there. And where I'm kind of getting to this is, I understand how now that some different mangas that I read, I only get one chapter per month, because I kind of see how much it takes to kind of put into this, and how if we're kind of getting their stuff from a free website or somewhere and they're not getting paid for it, I can understand, like, yo, they can't do this full time. And so once again, I'm kind of saying that I'm more than willing to pay for stuff to Crunchyroll. And I think, like, well, Rocky, he's already on board with, like, he's willing to pay for it. He's
Yeah.
like, yo, I already
I,
pay for it and everything.
if I definitely like it enough, I pay for it. Like there's a lot of animes I've seen that I read the mangas to, and if I like the manga enough and it doesn't end, I'll go buy the light novel. It's kind of expensive. I mean, to me, it's kind of expensive. Like one book, which would be like 4 chapters in the if like the manga way, it $15, and there's 8 books, and it's like, oh man, I gotta buy all 8 books, $15 a piece. It adds up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I almost bought the Audible because a lot of them you could buy the Audible too, and it's like $20. I'm like, ooh, I'm like I could read. I'll just read it instead. But that's the thing. If you want to support them, it's definitely something that's helpful to them. But from what I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I didn't ever even bother to look it up. I probably should have. But I was always told that even though you pay for a subscription like Crunchyroll or Funimation, or maybe not Funimation, but like Crunchyroll, it doesn't really help the developers anyway. Like the content creators, it doesn't really help them.
That's what I've kind of also heard too. Like I've also read about something like that too. And once again, this is another big reason why a lot of people even that I've seen or like chat rooms or things that I've read, they don't really even care to pay like subscription services like Crunchyroll because they don't like you said, like the developers or the people who create it aren't really even getting paid. So they're like, what's the point? What's the point of me trying to do it the right way if the people who's creating what I like still isn't getting paid?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's
So
another thing I wanted to also like, as far as like people not only having to why they what's it called, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but not only why they kind of like stop their projects is because they're not getting paid for it, or they're not getting paid as much as they should or need to get paid. So
mhm.
projects end up stopping. What
Like I
was it
said,
for? Sorry, there was like one big example that I forgot that just yeah. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
that was no problem. And so I kind of really want the industry to kind of improve how they kind of do things. It's like I said, especially looking from the consumer side. I'm like, yo, I want the people who created, like, I want Oda to really get my money that I'm paying for to see One Piece rather than it is the merchandise. If I'm paying some type of subscription to watch his animated show, if I'm really buying his books or whatever, hopefully like my money is going towards him. Just like my new favorite manga, Soul Leveling. Hopefully, if it's coming from a light novel or if I'm actually buying the books, whatever, actually the money I want my money to go to him because I want him to continue and finish the series. Like I said, on so many different sites, these mangas or manhwas, since Soul Leveling is the Asian one, they're pretty popular. And so I would hate once again for it to stop midway season. So like I wouldn't have a problem paying the creator to continue it. Like
Mm.
yo, like I want you to continue it. Like this is such a good story. This is giving me life right now. I'm excited for every single Wednesday for when it drops. Like
Heck
yo,
yeah, I am too, man. I'm hyped. Every time I get the chapter started, I'm like, all right, let's see what what my man does today.
exactly. Like you get that feeling like, oh my god, yes. Like I already know it's gonna happen today, like around 1 or 2 o'clock. Like, oh my god, yo, Solo's gonna drop. It's gonna be dope. Let's get it. Um,
Did
like I
want
said,
to sorry, I did want to ask the question though. Are you so? Did you guys ever run into any piracy game sites versus the manga and anime side?
that's a good question. Me,
I was like, emulators. I don't know if that really counts. I had an emulator for my Xbox a long time ago where I could play any GameCube game. I mean, technically, you're
Also, is
ripping a
that
game.
technically I'd call that. Even if it was something as simple as like phone games, like I remember my friends found some weird Vietnamese Google Play system where
Oh yeah,
you could, if it was if it was on Google Play, this app would rip it, and this is actually how my friend, and his little brother, we were able to play Pokemon Go before like anybody even knew what it was. Honestly, that was a cool curve. That was very interesting just to see the process before it even started to be a process. And once again, that in that situation, we were just being impatient. But as far as like getting stuff because you can't pay for it, I don't think there are too many video game type of piracy sites out there.
I mean, I feel like yeah. So I think Sony and Microsoft already kind of basically are like kind of even dealt with that problem. If they see or any read or like they detect anything downloaded on your software that's pirated, like your whole account to get deleted. I think your system could probably even freeze up as well. I know there's like a lot of different things that they've kind of done. Not sure exactly what, but I I know.
Yeah, they don't play. They're any of those big type companies, they'll shut you down in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I had our technician man, Xyerci, checks them out, do a little bit of fact checking on what I said about the Crunchyroll situation. He says in an indirect way they do. Crunchyroll pretty much buys rights to animes to show on their website, and they collectively earn the money. So they'll pretty much give like a lump sum to the creators and be like, all right, and then it shows that it's interesting. So if it's interesting and if people more want it, they can use that, and then it itself ends up helping, especially when when you have active subscriptions. If enough people watch it, it's popular. That shows like, okay, hey, we're more willing to buy from that creator. I think that's where it's going from at this point. Um, Crunchyroll's money buying more titles, more customers of interest means more Crunchyroll money, means more buying more titles, which means more investing in anime industry, which leads to better manga, higher anime fan base, and more money. Once again, it's all a money game.
That's what it's definitely seeming like. And which I understand, like it's a business. First off, it's a business. You know, people create all these stories and mangas to eventually kind of get paid for it. You know, they're selling me a story or they're selling me almost like, the American version of a comic book and I'm buying it from them. I understand the whole money part. But once again, I'm just more so make sure that after I give the money to Crunchyroll, which is almost like the middleman, make sure the person on the other side also gets paid too, so I can keep getting more and more of what I'm consuming. So if they are doing that, I have no problems with Crunchyroll.
It might be
No issues.
like the way I learned with my job, where you're paying for a service, but in an indirect way. Like, okay, all right, you're gonna want $10,000 for this manga or this anime. Cool. And then I pay you 10,000. You give me the rights to show it on my thing, and then you provide me with the episodes. But I think that's all you get. You get that flat amount, and then whatever Crunchyroll earns from the subscription is what's left over. Like that's for them. That's what they earn. I think that's what it goes. So like if like okay, if I want Devonte's anime on my streaming platform, I'll pay you $10,000. And if it becomes popular and I like it, cool. I know to do more work with you. But I think that's all you're getting is that one privatized amount. And then I don't even think it all goes to you anyway. It goes to whatever producer you have or whoever does your editing, and then it probably you get a piece of that. But then you're locked in a time frame like, okay, this needs to be done in a year. In 12 weeks, you need all 12 episodes out. That's probably why they're so forced for time.
Okay, yeah, because everything that usually drops every single week, and it's not like they plan or have everything saved up. They mostly like, next episode drops because we've done all the work for Monday through Thursday. We've got all the work for it, and it drops that Friday, or it might be just like that week before that they've done all the work, and it like they're really on the bleeding edge of creating the content that they put out.
Yeah.
So understanding that, like, yeah, that helps even better to understand that they kind of get a flat rate. So they sell it, they get a flat rate, and they kind of go from there.
Yeah. So it's whatever Crunchyroll makes, that's theirs to spend on the next big thing. It might not be the
I
same with
wanna
like long running ones. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So I want to propose a question. Would you rather, and take into consideration that we all said right now, so the creators themselves getting paid, the actual manga producing or anime or video game for that matter. Would you guys rather it be you have to just straight up pay for these sites and possibly the creators getting paid, or would you rather it had been still we had like things like Kiss Anime, things like Manga Rock out that way you can still get your content?
It's a very biased question considering we have jobs, so we can actively pay for the subscription, but free is better. Everybody in the world, free is better.
Yeah, everybody will always choose free,
Mm.
but once again, with free comes a lot of stipulations. You will get a lot of unfinished things. Nobody likes working for free. You might like this might be your passion. You know, so even though like we put out the podcast for free and it's we do it because it's passion. Like can talk about manga, anime, video games all day, every day for free. But if you can get paid for it, why not?
Mm.
If you can get paid for your hobby, you'll want to do it even more. You'll have more free time to do it. Like like if I can get paid for this, I wouldn't have to go work 8 to 10 hours a day. I can just do this all day and get better at this, or even provide better content. Whatever. For them, it's uh, putting out better manga, better drawings, whatever, putting out better animations. So
Definitely, and I think that's what everybody will kind of their ultimate answer will end up being is just we would rather get these creators getting paid that way. Everything keeps going. Everything we're able to see more things like, and I'm just picking random ones. One Piece, we're able to keep seeing things like Fairy Tale, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so we have the manga, anime, video games. You could always look up an anime, you could always look up a manga, you can always look up a video game. But same thing, you could read the manga, you could read the anime, or you could play the video game, or I could play the video game. So me and Xyerci, we like to play video games, co-op, single player. We like to just make fun of each other while playing. Ours, unfortunately, we don't. He can't really talk at the moment. He has kids yelling in the background. Yeah. So I'm gonna play through the entire BioShock series, and I was also gonna do the entire Modern Warfare series. Obviously the original Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. If I want to do the remake of Modern Warfare, I can. I already beat it. I'll do it again. But we also do co-op. We're gonna probably beat all the Halos again on Legendary for like the 5th time in a row. We just love Halo and Gears, but Gears is gonna take a lot longer because we're awful at Gears. I'll be like, I'm running to get to cover, and then I get obliterated by a sniper, and it's like, okay, well, there goes that entire checkpoint. But we'll have more information on that later. I just give you guys a heads up now. Be on the lookout. We're gonna eventually post that up on the website, and we'll have our Twitch channels and our YouTube site as well. But same thing. It's we're probably gonna be 18 plus. I'm a madman with cussing, especially when we're playing Halo. Yes, and it's our channel. Is our channel called House? I think it's called House of Phoenix on Twitch and on YouTube. Sorry, Xyerci is like hand signaling me, and his camera keeps freezing, so I don't know what he's doing.
No, what I'm no,
There
just
he
to
goes.
provide the information. The YouTube channel is called House of Phoenix, and that's where, as Rocky stated, we'll be putting the co-op stuff, something separate from Twitch. And then our Twitch is, of course, our twitch.tv/RockyBalboa37 and twitch.tv/Xyerci. Somebody will put that in the website, probably how to spell it correctly. I'm not going to try and do that over a microphone. But yeah, go there, watch us if you'd like, support us, all the thing.
Get ready to hear me scream and yell a lot. It happens all the time, especially
And
when you kick in the face
KV,
by elites.
and KV, go ahead and remind them what website that they're even gonna be looking for.
yeah, so guys, check us out at mavericks.com. That is MAVREAKS.com. There, you could look up pictures of us, see our interests and likes. Definitely got to get Xerxes up there too, our engineer in the background. You could also look up our past episodes as well.
To look up the
And
news that we with the most recent news up in manga, the most recent news in anime, video games. What's
we're still
new?
working on that part.
Of course, it's always a working progress. But
Our past recommendations as well.
definitely, we are definitely getting like even where, as you can see, we're adding more to our team. So this will be a whole big unit at someday. That way, we can be even twice as more up to date with everything, with not only episodes but with the website and all that. Season 2 is right around the corner, guys, and we have big plans for it.
And big improvements. Yeah, big improvements on a lot of ends too.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. Oh,
I can't wait for
That's
everybody to
right.
watch us play Halo.
I was
That's
gonna
gonna be
say
a
that's
problem.
everybody's thing with like manga, animes, and video games. I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for the second game.
never understood Halo, so I'm definitely gonna have to be watching too. You guys gonna
Don't
let
start
all
that.
the never
If you
seen.
want the
I don't even know what's
entire
it about.
if you want the entire background, Xerxes a madman with that knowledge. He watches those videos constantly. I know the story to a degree, but that man can name every ship right off the back. Xerxes, what's the ship that they fly slip jumps out of Halo 3 at the very beginning?
Oh, that one? No, actually, I don't know the name of that one. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I think it's called, maybe, I know they nickname it the Ark. You know, that
Yeah.
little pyramid ship that they come in?
Yes.
Or at the end of Halo 2, where it's like, Master Chief, do you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? Sir, finishing this fight.
Yeah. We're not gonna make it. We'll make
Yeah,
it.
put the man on the spot.
And
Hey,
if you
you know what?
want,
He's good with it.
KV, if you're gonna want somebody to explain Halo to you, that's gonna be you're gonna need an hour of your time just to be free.
Or you can just watch us.
Or you could just watch them at House of Phoenix.
And remember, they are not PG-13. But right, guys. I think that's all for the podcast today. Maybe short, maybe long. I don't know.
It's pretty
We'll find out.
interesting though. You know, we asked some questions and answered some questions that were pretty like prevalent, especially with the big Kiss anime going down and manga rock going down. So you know that's this is right around that curve.
Talk about.
Rest in peace.
I didn't really get into the death of Mongrok, but rest RP to it. They
Rest
are
RP.
making.
Rest RP.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace.
But I was gonna say Mongrok is kind of building something new. They're doing this thing called, I think, Beta Comics or something comics.
Yeah,
and they
I've
wanna
I've been
come
staying
with
up
a
to
paid
date with it.
subscription.
It's not too great. It's all, you know what webtoon? You know what webtoon is, right? It's
Yeah.
it's practically webtoons. I
But see,
I
I don't want you're making it sound like Webtoon's bad, but
I'm not saying
Webtoon so
I'm
far
saying,
is pretty cool.
but I was on Manga Rock to read manga, not read, people's self-made stuff. I want to see
Webcomics.
who doesn't like comics. I'm saying I actively was on Manga Rock to read mangas that I've already had locked myself into. Not hey, we're gonna start all over. Like cool, maybe I'll see my manga on there eventually. And there's nothing on here.
I'm
None of
not
it.
I'm not gonna let you sit there and bash Webtoon when they brought us God of High School and Tower of
And
God.
solo leveling.
Solo leveling's okay. I don't even use Webtoon to read
And
solo leveling. I use the website now, just the random website.
Man, I wish I wish I used Webtoon. I have it, but I use something a different app. I won't say the app because I don't want nobody to target it and take it down.
Right.
Sorry. I care about where I get my anime from. I mean my manga from. Yes, it's not all from great sources where it might get everybody paid. I understand that, but once I find something where I could, well, maybe Webtoon, but yeah, Webtoon's a little iffy sometimes too.
All right, well,
Mhm.
I think that's about it. We keep saying we're gonna end it, we don't, so we should probably end it now.
All right, so guys, always remember to hit us up on that Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. There's going to be some few more podcast sites that I get us on. Stitcher is one that I've been teasing at. Once again, Amazon's kind of going through their thing. They look like they just got their podcast platform set up, so I'm pretty sure I got us on there. So yeah, that's one to look forward to. And there's no major shout outs today, do we guys? Do we got any major shout outs?
Shout out to my dude Derek. Always he always been giving me good feedback, lets me know how we're doing. What he agrees with, what we can improve on. I usually, kick that feedback back to my group. Shout out to my homeboy Derek, man. Thank you for always listening. Appreciate
I
you.
love you.
Rocky?
My mom, because my mom always supports me in everything I do. I'm dead serious
Shout
though.
out,
I told my
shouts out to
mom,
Mama Rocky.
yeah, my mama loves me and she loves everything I do. I could kill somebody and she'd be happy with me. My mom
Whoa.
is, yeah, I'm serious. My mom is not one to be like, I'm disappointed. No, I could do nothing wrong in her eyes, which is really scary.
He said that's too much power. That's way too much power.
That's why I don't see her very often, because I'll get over there and I'm like God to her, and I don't like it. I don't.
It's true. I've been with them.
Also, personal shout outs to Xyerci for
Yeah,
coming
Xyerci.
on and helping us out with everything.
I'm glad he came on board, but he likes it.
I thought he
It's-
was gonna give a little speech, and he's all like, "Forget all that noise."
No, it's fun.
Speech.
Thanks for
speech.
having me on and letting me listen live. Cause yeah, I'll enjoy it, and I'll definitely, now that you said that you're actually on Spotify, I can actually listen to the podcast
Oh yeah.
in my car, because it takes a while for me to get home and to and from work. It takes a while. so I could do
Mhm.
that. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on, and I'll do my best to try and improve the user experience for everyone and try and make it easier for us to record and put out content. So, yeah.
Yeah. Round of applause.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to, of course, America for listening to us, India, UK, what is it called? Singapore, Germany, Ireland, who's kind of like our second supporter. I don't know how that works, but you guys love us and we love you for it. And our newest country listener is Sweden. Thank you.
If we knew who like specifically was listening, we'd specifically shout you guys out. That's why you guys should comment. You know,
Comment. So we hit us up with your name, hit us up with the topics of the day, what we're talking about, comment on that, and we'll get a whole debate thing going, guys. We love it. We
Discuss
love
random
you
questions.
for even listening to
I
us.
want to
Yeah.
answer random
Ask
questions.
random questions.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear something. I want to see
Yeah.
something dumb.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Me,
And,
Rocky, KV, or even Xyerci will comment up on it.
yeah. I didn't know you guys are international already.
oh yeah,
Oh, yay, yay.
for sure. All right, guys, that is it.
Or hit us up at BBEMAV2020 at gmail.com. That's BBEMAV2020 at gmail.com.
Our other one is mavericks at gmail.com. That is MAVREAKS at gmail.com. All right, guys, thank you for listening to another episode of the M.A.V. show.
Whoop, whoop.
Ah,
We will see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.